Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. And as you're kicking into, Christmas, Hanukkah, and whatever holiday you're celebrating, folks, make it a fabulous one. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Cultivate wisdom. You don't need to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 120, NASDAQ off 29, S&P's off 13.5, gold contract up $11, trading at $1,657 an ounce. Silver up 36 cents at $30.04 an ounce. Platinum, $1,539 an ounce. Copper, up 3 pennies at $3.56 a pound. Light sweet crude, $89.30. Bonds, up 28 ticks, just about a point, at $147.12. King dollar, up 35 ticks at 79.60. Euro down 61 ticks at 131.84. And the yen is at 84.24. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We get to a low out here of 1422. We close out at 1429. We do 1.7 billion. It is triple witching, okay, which gives you volume in the marketplace. But bottom line, folks, okay, you have volume, and guess what? The volume's on the way down once again. The Bulls had a chance out here today. You could have got the volume up. You could have blew away the swing point, but you know what? Didn't happen. Just went the other way. Where's the volume still? Downtown. What is that saying? That's saying you can continue as this one. If it even goes up, any retracements, it's selling retracements. We're going downtown. We're going into this 13 to 62. That's the bottom line. That's your S&P. You go over to the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. Same setup in the Dow. Dow closed down $120. You're at 13,190. Now, there's a real on a swing point deal. You came down to the 13,309. You got under the 13,118, and you did it with volume. So that says you're going to be back down there first. That's what it comes down to. But I suspect, we're going to have some real nice volatility here, folks. Okay, you're going to get a couple counter-trend bounces again. Light volume, you can sell the heck out of them. NASDAQ Composite. Composite comes down on 2.5 billion shares. The low of the composite out here today was quite a lot lower than this. We were down as low as 29.95. We closed at 3021. You did it with the juice, though. You come back in there with the juice. So with that, and all of these indices, once again, folks, are back inside the lower range. Now, let's go over to Apple. We'll take a look at Apple. In fact, we'll take a look at some of these also on the weekly basis. We'll start with Apple. Apple got down to $510 today. You did 20 million shares. We put this on a weekly, and what you're going to see, Apple's done. Okay, so watch this on a weekly. The first week that we came down, well, not the first week we came down, but at the end of the first downdraft, which was 225 points, we hit a low of 505.75. We did that on a weekly with 127 million shares. You bounced higher with 92 million. You came back down with 119 million. We came back down with 102 million. And we did not reject price and on the weekly basis, folks. So that's saying it's going to go right back into this 505 area. Take a look at let's go over to the King Dollar, because the King Dollar today, what you had out here is that we had some movement in it, okay, DXH3. But the movement certainly wasn't what I expect you're going to get. King Dollar only went up 35 ticks, folks, okay, 22,000 contracts. Now, that's not a lot of contracts. In order to really get big movement, you're going to need 32, 33,000 contracts. What King Dollar did, however, is that she's back in the range. And the range that she's back in is saying King Dollar can move to 81 in a heartbeat. And moving to 81, if you get the juice behind it, well, bottom line, that's topside once again. And as soon as King Dollar goes topside, market goes downtown. We go over to the gold contract. Now, gold out here today, what we did, up $10 right now. Not enough juice. Not even close, actually. If you go to the GLD and we take a look at the GLD, you'll see the correlation inside this. What we have with the GLD was the Street Tax Trust. Yeah, we went up with 13 million shares today. That's after coming downtown with 25 million shares, with 24 million shares. Now, that's on the daily. We take a look at this and we put this on the weekly. What you're going to see is just a nasty downdraft. On this week here, we are still under the swing point, which is at 162.30, which is back from November 3rd, week of November 3rd. We did 83 million shares, and, 83 million shares is bottom line. If I even take the highest volume bar at the lows, we only had 74 million shares, and I'm talking about 148. So what we have here is that this looks like it's setting up another B to C of an ABC structure on the way down. Some of the high volume stocks, and since we do have a high volume market today, that's what we have. Research in Motion, oh baby, she got taken to the cleaners. We'll get back to that in a second. That was down $3.21, but that came down, whoa, I mean, you talk about with volume, baby. ExxonMobil, Exxon was down $1.66. You had AIG off 79. We had Micron Technology off 47. That doesn't seem much, but it's only a $6 stock. Facebook was down $1.10. Some of the larger caps, out here, we had Marvell down 50 cents. Caterpillar was off $1.60. Honeywell was down 8. Big Blue was off 135. Let's go over to Walmart and see what Walmart's doing, because Walmart wants to do a large ABC structure on the way down. Okay, so she didn't do much today. She's down 35 cents. We put this on a weekly. So what she's doing, Walmart's building cause, folks, and what she's building cause for is to go after that swing low. So the swing low on Walmart is $67.85. That was the week of November 16th. We came down last week with 68 million shares, didn't hit it. We did this week 53 million shares. She's building cause to get into that low price out there. Let's go take a look at Ford. Ford Motor. With Ford, here's the low in Ford for the year is 882. The high is 1305. And we take a look at this baby. So she had a decent day in a bad market. Okay. So what do we have here? Yeah, you get a consolidation. And the weekly's not bad on this Ford either, one of the targets in the den here. What we had with the weekly is this. We did 291 million shares. And that's a good scene, man, because even the swing points at the high, the last high, which is 1305, that had 366 million shares. But she's building some steam here. In fact, 1170. Yeah, you get a small ABC up. A point is 882. 1159. Yeah, $2.75, which gives you 10, 11, 12, 13 bucks. Yeah, she's going, this is great. Okay, it's always so wild, folks, when you do the ABC structure first and then go look at where the highs were. It's an ABC up to 1305. And 1305, you do have some juice up there. Well, that's where you have a high volume high. That's what that is. Let's go over to RIM. You talk about getting taken apart. Oh, man. RIM had gone straight, well, yeah, just about straight up from $6.25 up to $14. Drops out of bed today, comes down $3.21, and does it, folks, with 147 million shares. Now, first off, what that sets up, coming all the way back to $7.46. That's the first part. Now, let's look at the larger part, because we'll put this on a monthly, a 15-year monthly. And that's not that bad. Well, it sets up $8.20 to $6.22. That's what it sets up. And that's strictly flat out. This is, you have to bounce somewhat after coming down from $148. That's just how markets go. There's no doubt about that. Now, Big Blue. Let's go take a look at Big Blue. IBM. What? And the IBM, folks, okay, is a monster inside the context or the weighting structure of the Dow Industrials. IBM down $1.35. That's not a lot. No way. But you know what? Volume came out of it again. And each and every time volume comes out of it, folks, it's on the downtown. Now, let's talk about the market itself, because you can make the case that it's option expiration and we finally get volume in the market. Folks, I've seen this not thousands of times, but absolutely tens of times. What ends up happening is this. Where the volume is, the market's going. And if I remember anything really well, it was when the certain stocks started blowing apart in 1999. And it was like, okay, they were blowing apart on the way down. And then people were calling and said, well, hold it, that's just those stocks. You can't take just those stocks. Oh, yes, we found out. Oh, yes, you can, right? Why? That's the start of the avalanche. You stay right there. It's Tom O'Brien. It's TFNN. Come right back.